Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be quite a quick one. It's just going to be my August TBR, so the books that I am planning to read in August of 2022. So if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that my TBR revolves around a theme, which is of reading one science fiction novel, one fantasy novel and at least one indie novel per month, and maybe some more if I get the time. So first up we'll go for my sci-fi read. That is going to be Caliban's War, which is the second book in the Expanse series. I'll be reading that as part of the Media Difficult Read Along, which is a fantastic YouTube channel dedicated to science fiction, so I recommend checking them out. Link I'll put in the description. But that's doing one Expanse novel per month for the whole 9-book series, I believe it is, as well as the short stories in between, which I'll probably get to as and when. Currently, as of recording, I'm halfway through Leviathan Wakes, which is the first one. Really enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to just working through that series. So the second book, which is going to be the fantasy book, that is going to be Tyrant's Throne, which I believe is the 4th book in the Greatcoat series. I know it's the 4th book in the Greatcoat series. I'll be doing that one on audiobook. Just Caliban's War I'll be doing on the Kindle. I got the series on the Kindle rather than physical books, just because I don't have that much space on my shelves right now. So yeah, Tyrant's Throne on audiobook. Been really enjoying it as an audiobook. I'm currently halfway through the 3rd one, and yeah, it's really good. The narrator, whose name I can't remember, but he does a really good job with the characters. So yeah, really looking forward to that, which I believe is the last one in the series, other than some short stories. So yeah, that'll be sort of finishing off the series, which is always nice. And yeah, so that's the fantasy book. For my indie book, I'm going to be looking into reading Heart Threaded, which is by James L. Gratz. I believe you pronounce his surname. Apologies, James, if I got that wrong. It's a dystopian cyberpunk adventure, is how it is described. I don't know a lot about it, but I believe it has a sort of a retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but in a cyberpunk dystopia world. So that sounds really interesting. James, I know on and off as a fellow cyberpunk author who was involved in the Neo-Cyberpunk Anthologies Volume 1 and 2. So his debut novel, he's done short stories before, I believe this is his first full-length novel, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Kind of curious how he's done a cyberpunk Romeo and Juliet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. Last time I did Romeo and Juliet was for my English degree, and I enjoyed it to a point, but sci-fi version of it sounds interesting to me. So other than those 3 books, so those 2, the Heart Threaded will be on Kindle, Caliban's War on Kindle, Tyrant's Throne on audiobook. I have got a couple of other books that I will get to if I get through those. I believe most of those are quite short, so hopefully I should have some time for some more. So first up is The Gods Themselves. The Gods Themselves by Isaac Asimov. I believe this is my first Isaac Asimov that I've read, other than some long time ago when I was younger. I think it was the Robot series, and I didn't really get into it, and I think I might have just been too young to get it. So I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, I've never read Isaac Asimov that I can recall. Looking forward to it, and I do like the picture of just worlds exploding. Looking forward to that. Second book that I will get to if I get through my main ones is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I read Red Rising, that's quite hard to say following on. I read that about 2 months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I like the Battle Royale style of it. I won't spoil anything, but it was good. But I've heard that the series really picks up in this one, so I'm looking forward to getting to the second one, and then I'll probably follow on. I've got the other books just behind me, so I've got the full series, and I think in July there's an announcement regarding the next one in the series, so I can catch up before that happens. And finally, another book that I will get to is Alistair Reynolds' House of Suns. It's a bit of a shiny on that one. I've read all of Alistair Reynolds' Revelation Space series. I've also read his newest one, Inversion. This one a lot of people have as their favourite. I believe it's a standalone. It has to do with clones, which I always find really interesting. So I've not even read the synopsis on the back because I don't want to spoil the story, but I'm looking forward to getting to that because that's almost all of Alistair Reynolds' work that I've read through. other than some short stories, I believe. So yeah, really looking forward to that. It's sort of been hovering on my reading list for every month, but I've never got quite enough time to fit it in when I'm doing sort of read-alongs and stuff as well. So hopefully I'll get to that one. I don't know what order I'm going to read these 3 spare ones. It'll probably depend on how long I've got, because they're all slightly different in length from shorter to longer. So if I feel like I've got the time, I'll squeeze that one in. So yeah, those are my books I'm going to be reading in August. As I said, fantasy, sci-fi, indie is always my priority, to make sure I spotlight and just get a full sort of range of the sci-fi and fantasy world, especially those indie books that sometimes just need that extra help to get seen by people because they don't have the marketing behind them of the big publishing houses. So that's my reading for August. What are you going to be reading? What are you reading now? What are your plans to read? Do you plan out your reading? I do have a spreadsheet that I use for my reading, which I know there's some spreadsheet people out there. Other people are more mood readers and just pick up whatever they feel like reading. But I like to mix it around and just sort of have a bit of a plan, especially when you've got series, because I don't like leaving it too long in between books. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a recommended reads that I've had over the last few months, so watch out for that one in the coming weeks. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.